Welcome, I'm the Deadwood Jedi, and this is DWJ News. We have some new information coming out just over the wire from Plarium headquarters. Actually, I believe it is some hidden information coming out of Plarium headquarters. No anonymous sources at this time. More leaked documents, is that correct, Deadwood? I'm sorry. My producers are telling me that's incorrect. It's not leaked documents or any kind of leak of that sort. This seems to be data mined information that is fresh coming out of the game Raid as well as Plarium. So with more information on this, let's go to our reporter out in the field, Deadwood. Deadwood, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you, Deadwood Jedi. I am here outside of Plarium headquarters currently.
Excellent. Deadwood, can you tell us exactly what is happening and what is this information we've discovered?
Yes, so I've been asking around, trying to get some information on what exactly is going on, whether there was a leak, whether someone spoke to somebody else, whether there was an official announcement on this, or any response in general from Plarium. I have not heard anything back yet. Probably likely due to the fact that they don't know who I am and I wasn't able to actually talk to anyone. But otherwise, I have confirmed that this is, let me just check right here. Yes, so the information that we have gotten apparently was data mined. So I don't know who got the pickaxes and who got the shovels, but somebody apparently got this information directly from the game itself. So it does look to be valid. My understanding is this information was actually out for has been being mined for a couple weeks now, but we're only now starting to really understand what it all means, as there was quite a bit of information dropped. That seems to be all that we have here outside Plarium. I am going to try to get in. I do know the security guard, Greg. He's a super nice guy. I think he might be able to sneak me through. But then again, I did just say that on live television, so there's a good chance that either he'll get fired or I'll get denied. So we'll see how that goes. Back to you, Deadwood Jedi.
Well, Deadwood, that is some pretty surprising information, and a lot of it at that. With a further breakdown of this, we're going to go to our in-house scientist and calculator analyzer, Jedi. Jedi, can you tell us a little bit more about what this means for the community at large?
Good evening, Deadwood Jedi. Yes, I am Jedi. I am here currently on my day off. I was about to go hunting with the hounds here and find some foxes with my mates, but apparently news must be told. So here I am to tell you the news. We do have a fair amount of information that just came across. Now, I cannot purport to know the most about this. I did get all of my information from the one Manable Gaming. There's a video out showing all of this information in admittedly greater detail, as I do not believe he was out and about hunting the foxes, as I am about to do, but unfortunately I have to be here and do the news, so lucky me. Well, in any case, there was lots of information dropped today about drop rates in dungeons, drop rates in potion dungeons, as well as drop rates in faction wars, not to mention the fact that it's come to light that there appears to be a pity system in the game. That is quite confounding, as we all assumed there was none. So I suppose what I can do is enlighten you a little bit on the amount of those rates. Just a general overview. The specifics, admittedly, I do not have, but Manable Gaming will. One thing I can tell you, well, a few things I can tell you, is when you are in the potion dungeons, the amount dropped is going to be, if you're looking for a superior potion, which of course we all are, because I do say I am superior to the average man, in which case you would find a superior potion will drop at some amount, about 12% of the time. And then it appears that greater potions will drop apparently about, I believe it is 23% of the time. That gives you a total of 45%. You're getting a greater or a superior potion, unless my math is mistaken, but I do not believe it is. However, it also appears that lesser potions will drop well over 50% of the time. So there seems to be a discrepancy on what we actually need, which are greater and superior potions, hence farming Dungeon 15, as what we get, which is quite a lot of lesser potions. So that frustration does bear out in those percentages. Oh, and then if you were talking about the normal dungeons, such as dragons or ice golems, perhaps fire knights, or even spiders, one of my favorites, if you were talking about the dungeon rates there, the drop rates I should say, legendary artifacts as well as epic artifacts, there is a small percentage to get a legendary one, only 6% of the time. Epics apparently are about, if I'm not, again, mistaken, 27.5% of the time, and then epics will fill in the rest of that range. And I could be slightly off on those numbers there. That said, it also appears that 5 and 6 star gear in Dungeon 20, level 20, where you can only get 5 and 6 star, you have about a 23% chance of getting a 6-star piece and a 77% chance of getting a 5-star piece. Now, again, my percentages might be off by a point here or there. Again, I do not have my computers or information here as I'm outdoors with the dogs and the horses and the foxes. But if I had that with me, I could give you a more precise number. If you are interested in those numbers, again, I recommend you go see Manable Gaming and check him out. I should assume that we'll have links to this sort of thing either in the description below or at the end of this video. So I would just check that and you should be able to find the answer that you're looking for. Another interesting tidbit that was dropped on us is faction wars. Now, faction wars are quite interesting. There was rumor going around. A wise man by the name of Chosen, I believe, had done some research and had come to the conclusion that the drop rate in Faction War 20 was equivalent to the drop rate in Faction War 21. Well, there was much debate about this, and many doubted the accuracy of this purported theorem. But it does turn out to be true. Apparently, the drop rates in Faction War 20 and 21 are equivalent, with about a 15% chance of dropping a 6-star glyph. Now, Faction Wars 18, 19, 20, and 21, interestingly enough, all had the same rate of dropping a 5-star glyph, that would be 35%, as well as a 4-star glyph, that would be 50%, and then the rest of it, that other 15%, is filled out either with 6-star or 3-star pieces, depending on the level of the dungeon you are at. Very, very fascinating for me. Now, that tells me that I do not need to farm Faction Wars 21 ever. I just have to beat it once, and then I can farm Faction Wars 20 for a speedier and more time-efficient manner of upgrading my glyphs, and thus my units, or champions, or whatever you wish to call them. Heroes, some might say. Not me, because many of them are bad people. Moving on, though, of course, we also have information about the pity system. Now, this might be the most important information to many of you out there, as this is a collection game, and it does mean pulling shards all the time and trying to get new heroes. Well, the pity system is a fact of this game. It is, in fact, a part of it. There is a pity system in place. However, the pity system is so small and minute that you probably would not even notice. And that is why so many of us felt there was no pity system at all involved. Because apparently, now for epic champions, the pity system kicks in. If you've gone 20 shards for, say, a void summonings or an ancient summonings, and you have not pulled an epic champion, after 20 shards, the pity system does kick in. And it does begin to increase the percentage chance of you pulling an epic shard over time. However, the percentage increase is multiplicative, not additive, which means it's a smaller amount. And there is still no guaranteed number, so until you hit that 100%, which is a ways down the road, it's still going to be a bit of a pull. So, having to go through 20 shards, you should get an epic after that point soon. However, the interesting part here is with the legendary champions, there is only 0.5% chance to get the ancient or void shard, but when you are pulling from ancient and voids for legendary, after 200 pulls and you do not get one, then the pity system kicks in. Again, it is a very small percentage chance. So, this tells us that the opportunity to pull these shards is small, but there is a system in place to guarantee at some point down the road you will in fact pull a legendary champion. It just may be very, very, very far down the road. So it is comforting to know that there is some form of pity system, that you can't have the worst RNG in the world and never pull a good champion. However, it is a little disheartening that you must pull several hundred shards in order to make that happen. In any case, that is the information that I have been able to glean. Roxy, one of the dogs here, was able to tell me some more information about the Doom Tower bosses, interestingly enough, and some of the mechanics that are going to be happening in there, some of the organizations and stuff. But I have not confirmed what Roxy has told me, and I do not feel comfortable sharing that at this time. Perhaps tomorrow, I might be able to give you some more of that information. Good, Roxy, good. Back to you, Deadwood Jedi.
Well, thank you, Jedi, for that concise and excellent analysis of the situation. And now, with a little bit more, I'd like to go into my opinion corner. All right, guys, are we good here? Like, we're gonna put a cool background thing here, like show my corner, like I don't know, like a desk with like books and stuff, make it real like classy, right? Okay, cool, excellent. All right, and I'm coming through, like there's no, the green screen's not messing with any of the clothes I'm wearing, okay, perfect. All right, excellent. This is Deadwood Jedi's corner, opinion corner. So let me give you guys the real scoop on this. What does this really mean? Well, we have a pity system. That's better than nothing, except for the fact it's pretty much nothing. You have to pull 200 shards to see the pity system come into effect for a legendary champion. It's not much of a pity system, quite frankly. I have to say, this is a game about collecting champions, but they make it so hard to collect champions. It boggles the mind. Now, I will say that because we've gotten so little information, so little new stuff, it hasn't been much of an issue. We've had plenty of time to pull the champions that we need. But I think we can all agree that we would appreciate a little bit more of a pity system here, something that would make pulling new shards a lot better. And let me go on to another topic about things that should be better. You look at these potion dungeons. Are you telling me that I have less than a 50% chance to pull the potion that I actually need? I'm coming there for greater potions and superior potions. Why else would I be at dungeon level 15? If you need to expand it to level 20 to make this happen for me, do that. But it's a waste of my time, it's a waste of my energy, and it's a waste of my silver to be farming these lesser potions more than half the time. It makes no sense other than just to waste my resources, which I understand that's part of the game. But another part of the game, having fun. Allow me to level up, ascend, and master my champions without having to use every single bit of resource and having to take 3 weeks to get one champion to level 60 and make them usable in the game. I feel like if you could make those drop rates a little bit better, I would appreciate it. On another note, it is interesting how Faction Wars level 20 and level 21 are the same. I think that's actually some forward thinking. Good job, Plarium, for making that happen. No one should be farming level 21. We should be farming level 20. 21 just takes too long. It's the boss. You complete that to complete the stage, but you don't need to do that to farm the glyphs. I think that's a right-on move for them to make those drop rates the same. And frankly, talking about those drop rates, I think those are actually pretty good. You're talking about 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star items, glyphs. And I think those are the ones we should be getting from Faction Wars 20 and 21. And frankly, I don't mind the fact that there's some 3 stars at 18. It gives you incentive to move forward, but once you get there, you're getting good glyphs. I think that also a good job. As far as dungeons go, 6% chance for a legendary item? Well, I understand it. Not happy with it, but I understand it. The rares seem a little bit high for that level, but I do like the ratio of 5-star to 6-star. 25% chance to get a 6-star item? That seems about right. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit higher. Stage 20s are not easy to do, but I also understand making gear difficult to get in this game. It is one of those last hurdles to get better. So I think all in all, the drop rates for that aren't too terrible. The one thing I will say though, it really puts in the light how important those speed packs have been. I'm saying if you're someone willing to spend money on this game, those speed packs are well worth their investment. However, I think it's a terrible thing for the state of the game. When you're able to purchase those kind of gear packs like that, where you're getting 6-star legendary in the set that you want, that has a major impact on the rest of the community, especially in Arena where you're racing against each other most of the time. Being able to purchase that is a bit of a shortcut too far. I don't mind making things easier for people, but that one there seems a little bit like too much of a hand up. Maybe 5-star speed speed sets would be an acceptable compromise, but 6-star legendary, 6-star epic seems a bit of a high bar. And that's Deadwood Jedi's corner thing. Deadwood Jedi? Well, folks, that's today's news in Raid. Till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi. I need some papers, guys. I need to, like, shuffle some papers or something. Is that can we get that? Like, I feel kind of lost right now. Okay, and there's nobody here. Oh, great.